So in this video, I'm going to be talking about solving systems of word problems by elimination. So not only will we have to create the system of equations from the real-world problem, we're also going to have to solve the system and identify solutions. So there are some steps that I have set up when solving story problems. First, we identify information, we define our variables. Then one of the hardest parts is writing the system of equations. But once you have that written, we're actually going to solve by elimination today. And then you have to list, label, and check your solution just to make sure that it works out. So, our problem we're being presented with says, you are throwing your friend a birthday party at Country Springs. You have two different packages to choose from. The first costs $290 and includes 1 hour of game time and 2 hours of swimming. The second costs $410 and includes 1.5 hours of game time and 2.5 hours of swimming. What is the cost of 1 hour of each activity? And so, step one is to identify important information. And so I'm going to go ahead and highlight what I feel is important. $290 gets us this. And we also know $410 gets us this stuff. And the question is, what's the cost of 1 hour of each activity? So, the next step says to define our variables. And remember, variables are unknowns. And we're trying to find the cost of each activity. So, X is the cost of game time for 1 hour, and Y is the cost of swimming for the 1 hour. From here, we need to write our system, because that's the next step, writing the system of equations. And so if we take our system, remember it's in curly brackets, and then in the orange, it costs a total of $290 for 1 hour of games, 2 hours of swimming. And so 1 hour at X dollars for game time and 2 hours of swimming at Y dollars will cost you $290. The next sentence told us that 1.5 hours of game time and 2.5 hours of swimming will cost us $410. So we now have our system. Next, we will need to solve, list, label, and check our solution, which will be on the next page. So, here is where we left off. We had steps 1 through 3 already done, and we just need to finish up steps 4 and 5. And so we need to solve by elimination, and when doing so, remember, we need to find opposite coefficients. Right now, we have 1 and 1.5, and we have 2 and 2.5. And what I'm going to use is I'm going to use 1.5, so this one is going to stay the same. And then I'm going to make this top one, on my x, I'm going to give it a negative 1.5 coefficient. So I need to multiply everything in this equation by negative 1.5. In doing so, it becomes negative 1.5x minus 3y equals negative 435. Then we add our equations together. So I have my pink one and my new orange equation. And when I add them together, my x's cancel, which is what I was hoping for. And I get negative 0.5y equals negative 25. And then I want to go ahead and solve for y. So I'm going to divide both sides by negative 0.5. And in doing so, I get y equals 50. From here, we need to find our x. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to plug it back into an original equation. So I have 1x plus 2 times 50 equals 290. X plus 100 equals 290. And x equals 190. From there, I have my two variables, so now I just need to do step 5 where I list, label, and check my solution. So I'm going to say my solution is 190 $150. Oh, remember, it's a story problem though. So it's $50 for swimming, and it's $190 for the game room, according to my variables. But let's double check just in case. So it should be 190 plus 2 times 50. Yes, it does equal 290, so the first one checks out. Then 1.5 times 190 plus 2.5 times 50. Does it equal 410? Yes, it does. And so since my answers check out, my solutions are correct. It's $190 to rent the game room per hour and $50 to go swimming per hour. The next problem is going to work the same way. So we are going to first read and identify important information. So UPS worker packed 2 boxes to ship out with supplies for troops overseas. First box has 6 boxes of granola bars, 15 packs of gum, and it weighs 39 ounces. The second box has 8 boxes of granola bars, 12 packs of gum, and it weighs 44 ounces. And we are asked to find the weight of 1 box of granola bars and 1 pack of gum. And so first we're going to define our variables. What x equal, what y equals. X is going to be the weight, so the ounces of granola bars. Bars box, and then y will be the ounces of gum per pack. So step 2 is done. And then with step 3, we have to write our system. We're going to have a curly bracket. And then our system. The orange equation is 6 boxes of granola bars at x ounces and 15 packs of gum at y ounces. Gives us a grand total of 39 ounces. The second box has 8 ounces of granola bars at x ounces and 12 packs of gum at y ounces. And that gives us a grand total of 44 ounces. Now that we have our system, all we have left are steps 4 and 5 to solve, and then list, label, and check our solution. So remember, when we solve, we need to have opposite coefficients. So we have 6 and 8, and I have 15 and 12. And so I'm going to get rid of my x's. And so I'm going to multiply 6 by a negative 4 to get 24 x's. And I'm going to multiply 8 by 3 to get 24 x's. In doing so, I get negative 24x minus 60y equals negative 4 times 9 is 36. Carry the 3, 12, negative 156. With the bottom equation, multiply everything by 3, and I get positive 24x plus 36y. And it equals 44 times 3 is 132. So now that I have my opposite coefficients, I can go ahead and add my equations together, which will make my x's cancel. So I am left with a negative 24y equals, and it equals a negative 24. And in solving for y, I get y equals 1. From here, I need to find an x. So I'm going to take this y, plug it into an original equation, so either pink or orange. I'm going to do 6x plus 15 times y, which is now 1, equals 39. 6x equals, if I subtract 15, 24. And x equals 4 when you solve. And so my answer is granola bars are 4 ounces per granola bar box, and it's 1 ounce per pack of gum. But I have to remember to check my answers. So I have 6 times 4 plus 15 times 1 equals 39. 24 plus 15, yes it is. And then I have 8 times 4, which is 32, plus 12 times 1, 32, plus 12, yes, it does equal 44, so that's correct also. So each box of granola bars is 4 ounces, and each pack of gum is 1 ounce, would be my final answer.